Welcome to The Explainer. Artificial intelligence is already shaking up the world of medicine. So today, we're unpacking the brand new playbook designed to make sure our future doctors are ready to use these incredible tools safely and ethically. So let's just dive right in with the big question, the one that really affects all of us. AI isn't some far-off future concept. It's already here, which means we need a whole new kind of training for the next generation of doctors, and we need it right now. Okay, first things first, let's get on the same page. When we say AI in medicine, we're not talking about just one thing. It's a whole suite of technologies. From large language models that can sift through mountains of research to machine learning that spots patterns we might miss. All of it designed to support our healthcare pros. To make sense of all this, the Association of American Medical Colleges, that's the AAMC, they've broken down AI's role into two main functions. They call them the two pillars. So on one hand, you have AI in medical education. This is all about teaching students how to actually use these new tools, which the guidebook perfectly compares to learning how to ride a bicycle. Then, on the other hand, you have AI for medical education, which is about using AI to make the learning process itself better, kind of like a smart assistant for teachers, freeing them up to focus on what really matters. So how do we pull this off? Well, to guide this whole process, the AAMC laid out 7 principles that are pretty much non-negotiable. Think of them as the official rules of the road for this new era. First up, and this one is the big one, no matter how smart the tech gets, the human has to stay at the center of it all. AI is a tool, not a replacement for a doctor's judgment. And I love this analogy they use of a seasoned chef, right? AI might give you all the best ingredients, all the data and analysis, but it's still the human expert, the chef, who uses their experience and creativity to get the best result for the patient. Okay, next up, transparency. For any of this to work, everyone, from the medical student all the way to the patient, has to know when and how AI is being used. We can't have any black boxes here. And this is framed as a matter of trust, which is so important. The comparison to a food ingredient list is just perfect. You need to know what's going into your medical care, plain and simple. Principle number 3 is all about equity. These amazing technologies have to be a great equalizer. They need to level the playing field, not create new divides between people or institutions that can afford them and those that can't. The vision here is to treat AI like a shared public good. Think of it like a public library. The idea is for institutions to work together to build a resource that helps every student, no matter where they go to school. Now, this isn't just about the students. Principle 4 makes it really clear that the educators themselves need continuous training to stay ahead of the curve, so they can actually guide their students through all this change. Yeah, you gotta create a supportive space for teachers. They need the equivalent of a well-equipped workshop where they can play around, experiment, and really master this stuff before we expect them to teach it. Principle 5 points out something that's just common sense, but so critical. You can't build a great AI curriculum in a bubble. Medical schools can't do this alone. It takes a real team effort from a lot of different fields. Think about it like putting a band together. For it to sound good, you need all the different instruments. You need the experts in medicine, sure, but also computer science, ethics, even sociology, all playing their part to create something that actually works. All right, rule number 6. This one is an absolute cornerstone, a total non-negotiable. You have to protect personal and patient data, period. Data security can't be an afterthought you tack on at the end. This principle says it has to be baked in from the very beginning, whether the AI is being used for admissions or in the classroom. And finally, number 7, you can't just unleash these powerful tools and then forget about them. They need constant checkups and evaluation to make sure they're actually working the way they're supposed to and not causing any harm. The car maintenance analogy really says it all. These AI systems need regular tune-ups to optimize how they perform and to make sure they're safe and effective out in the real world, not just in some lab. Now, it's so important to understand that these 7 rules are not set in stone. The AAMC is crystal clear that this guidebook is a living, breathing document. It's designed to evolve right along with the technology. And these principles are meant to be applied at every single level. At the micro level for individual students and teachers, the meso level for the medical schools themselves, and the macro level for the entire healthcare community. And get this, to keep up with how fast everything is changing, this isn't some report that's just going to sit on a shelf. The whole framework is going to be reviewed and updated twice a year. That's how committed they are to getting this right. So in the end, this whole guidebook really boils down to that one powerful idea we started with. Technology is there to serve human expertise. The goal is always, always to empower our doctors, never to replace them. And that leaves us with this final, really exciting thought. If we do this right, if we follow these principles and train our future doctors to be true partners with AI, what new frontiers open up? What becomes possible for patient care that we can't even imagine today?